Hello, welcome to Scale Modeling Twins Live. This is the second one. It's not fancy or whatever. It's just me, a couple of friends hopefully, and we're going to just chat about modeling and stuff like that. So it's 9 p.m. in Sydney, 6 a.m. in Chicago. I believe it's noon in London, and different times in other places around the world. So I'll just grab something. I've been watching Andor with the two of the kids, so I haven't had any time to prepare for this. In fact, I had to break away a couple of minutes early, so I'll just grab what I'm going to be working on. All right, so this is this one. Edwards 48 scale Royal Aircraft Factory SE5A with a Hispano Suiza engine. It's coming up the home stretch. This is the reason I'm doing this one is it's probably, as far as I'm aware, the first time that what came to be referred to as Ozcam was put on anything, probably ever. Sorry, I have to check my audio. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, so this is how we're doing now. I'll focus that a bit. So it's top wings on. I've got the Cobain struts and the interplane struts and everything's sort of fine there. It's pretty solid. It's not going to go anywhere, which until I drop it, which I'll drop it. Yeah, but it's all sort of together. We've got there's a periscope for aiming the pilot, and under on his left hand side there is a Vickers machine gun. There's a Lewis machine gun to go on the upper wing. You can see where that'll go. That probably won't go on just yet, but what we'll be doing in a sec is the decaling. There's not many on this, but there we go. That's a sheet. So I'm not going to be using all of them. In fact, probably not going to be using most of them. But that's what I'm going to be doing while we're chatting with, I've got a couple of people that are going to be joining us shortly. The better looking Marley, Paul, the other twin, the 4-minute older one, will be joining us after he finishes Scouts, which is probably in about 20 minutes time once he gets home and turns on the interwebs and everything else. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to set up here for a bit and get a bit of water going on. As I mentioned, there's not many decals to go. This scheme has, well, 2 on the upper wing, 2 on the lower wing, and basically just a flash on the tail with a serial number on each side of the vertical stab, and that's about it. So they won't take long to do. And then once we do that, we could start putting the propeller, and I've got the wheels ready to go. They've been painted up, ready to put on the undercarriage and everything else. Let's see, I've got to get this ready so I get the right ones in the right place. So one on the upper wing, those ones. Not a problem. So these are the older Edward ones before they had the film on them. My view with the Edward decals is you never need to peel the top layer off. There's a lot of stuff on certainly YouTube saying, well, you stick it down and then once it's all set and everything else, you go back with a pair of tweezers or Metho or whatever and you take off the top layer. You don't need to. You just give it a matte coat after you're all done because it's glossy, so the decal will go down and it'll hopefully reduce silvering. But short of that, once you put a matte coat over the top, any top film stuff just disappears. So there's absolutely no problem at all. So that's what I'm going to be doing just for now. Just bear with. So this one doesn't have any, well, sorry about the glare. Doesn't have any insignia roundels on the fuselage itself. It's simply just on the fin and the wings. So yeah, it's a bit odd, this one, but I think it'll look fine. It's probably a bit bright. Let's see if I can move that lamp. I don't think it's going to help at all, is it? Anywho, so yeah, as I said, this is probably the second time I'm doing a live stream. It's just more of this has been planned. The last one was an impromptu one, but it's along the lines of I'm doing a lot of live streams with friends and everything else, but nothing for myself, and I really should do more of it. It's just it's not finding time. I've got plenty of time. It's just I guess I'm just lazy. Just don't get up and do it. Anyway, so that's I have there's a Christmas plate that comes out for decaling because it's sort of flat. It's got a flat rim, so nothing really sort of magical about any of this. Comments are coming hot and fast. Okay, let's go through a couple of comments. Actually, that's not the first one. Woohoo, says Ian. Live number 2. Tiff said, hola, amigo. Hola, Tiff. Ian, hola. Good evening, John, says Julian. Hiya, Ian and Tiff. David says, good evening, John. Hiya, David, says Julian. Ian's, hello, John, Tiff, Julian, and well, everybody else. David says, hi, Julian. What the? Says Ian. Got the email, John. Can't open the link. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, let me get to that, Jim. I'll see what I can do. Maybe get rid of the full stop at the end. Just checking this right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, try it without the full stop at the end, Jim. We'll see how that goes. Ian's, hi, Jim. Hello, Ian, says Jim. I was hoping to get on screen at this point. Yeah, I know. I'm being a bit tardy. Oh, I hope that. Open the door. No. Julian says, what are those small black-brown decals? Those little ones? They're the instruments that I haven't used because I have photo etch. Just give me a sec. I'll just see if this is. Oh yeah, that's more than slippery. I need to just give me a sec. I'll get this one down first before I carry on. So this is a standard micro set. I probably don't need it, but I guess it's force of habit nowadays. Simply goes over the full surface where this will be, and the deal is what it's meant to suck this into. There's quite a few sort of ribs on this, and you can see they're quite prominent. So this micro set will hopefully suck the decal down to the surface, so I don't get air bubbles underneath. It'll either and it's pretty much like if you've not used this stuff, it's pretty much vinegar, from what I understand. It's a diluted vinegar. It certainly smells like it. It'll go well on fish and chips. All right, so 2, 3. There we go. I'm just counting how many ribs before I place a decal. There we go. I also, to place decals, I tend to use a bit of just a smear from the top of, say, dishwashing liquid or fairy liquid or whatever you want to call it in your own country. But yeah, that aids sort of sliding that around a bit. But that's gone perfectly well. Obviously, it's got to line up with the leading edge and the trailing edge. That's fine. Just get that bit of a cotton bud. Sorry, I'll get back to the comments in a sec. I don't want to rip this, but I do want to, if I can, smooth out any air bubbles that are underneath. Push them to the sides. This is looking like it's fine. The only marks I can see the paint underneath. I could see where the brown is because it was hand painted. It's sort of raised up a little bit more, but so far it's conforming to the ribs rather well. Okay, just give that a bit of a press down off screen. So absolutely huge roundels. There we go. So you can see if I sort of shine that in the light. Yeah, there's nothing really a problem. These Eduard decals are actually always pretty good. There's a lot of people complain about things. I don't think I've got any reason to. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the small black and brown decals are instruments that my version use photo etch because, yeah, because this is a weekend edition down the corner there. What basically means is it's a standard kit with without photo etch, without masks, without any embellishments or anything else. It's just basically the idea is you can put it together in a weekend. What I did with this one, as I tend to do, is just buy upgrade sets. So I'd bought a lot for this one. So there's a SE5A seat belts, which I didn't use because I had another set that came with those. SE5A weekend. This is the upgrade set that has bits of stuff that goes everywhere. I've got resin wheels. I've got a resin propeller. I've got a resin radiator. I've got what else? Yeah, the wheel masks, decals for the tires, all sorts of gack. But you know, it's coming out the home stretch. David says, looks like he's enjoying himself. Forgot the screen. Yeah. Yeah. And hi to Tiff. And yeah, press invite, copy the link, then email to. Okay, let's try that. Invite guest. All right, just bear with. Hopefully this hasn't gone. There we go. Hopefully it's going to work. Send. Okay. All right. Julian's LOL, David. Men can't multitasking. The carer said that to me once. I said, yes, we can. We can drive and get lost at the same time. It's true. Absolutely true. David said, yes, Julian, wife is always telling me that. To which Julian replies, no, not the decals, John. Diagonally opposite, I think, on the sheet. Oh. Dials. Those ones? They're decals for seat belts, which again, I didn't use because I had the photo etch ones. I didn't even use those ones because I had third ones, which they're in there. Yes. Tiff said, ignore me. Don't put microset on your fish and chips. Well, you could. It's probably why I don't have that much left in the bottle anymore. Jim tried typing the link without. Without the link with the final period mark. All it did was take me to the StreamYard website. Well, let's see what we can do. How did that go? Hello, Jim.
Good morning.
Hey, sorry about that.
Am I coming through?
Yeah, you are. I made a mess of that. David says, John, I found it easy to put the decals on before attaching the upper wing. Yeah, probably.
Hello, yes, coming through.
Oh, can you not hear me, Jim?
Okay, I'll try to find out why my audio isn't working.
Oh, it is for us.
I cannot hear everyone here. Let's see. Hold on a minute.
Okay. Can everyone else in the stream hear me okay?
Hello, everyone.
Mario's Shift Model Bow. Hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Look up the link, join streaming. Yeah. So hopefully Jim will be back in a moment. Can everybody else hear him? Yes. Okay. So, yeah, Ian is confirming that we can hear him, as I can. Yeah. Seatbelt decals. Gotcha. And Ian is saying, hey,
hello, hello.
All right. I'll just email Jim, let him know we can hear him. If he can hear us, he probably can't.
I cannot hear you, John. I cannot hear anything.
Okay, send.
I'm going to type it in the chat.
Try, it's probably your speaker settings, mate. Volume. Edit mic settings. I don't think. No, there's nothing really I can adjust there, and we can hear him. Julian says, hopefully, Jim, your audio is fine, Jim. At least we can hear you.
I'll check on that, Julian. Let me see. Yeah, I cannot hear, and everything's on my computer is working fine.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I cannot hear you. Let me see. I have no idea. No, my mute is now it's not. So I have no idea what's going on here. All right.
You still can't hear us?
Okay. Let me go out and come back in, see if that'll help.
Righto. So Joe is saying, hey, Andrew guys, what are you working on? Well, I'm finishing. Well, I'm finishing today, but it'll be finished sometime soon. It's too hard to see. The Eduard 48 scale SE5A with a hissy engine. That scheme, which is Roderick Stanley Dallas, DSO and Bar, DSC Croydagera Vec Palm. From Mount Stanley, not far from Esk in Queensland, Australia. After refusing to serve with the Royal Flying Corps, he joined the Royal Naval Air Service. And after completion of his training, he was assigned to the 1st Naval Wing at the end of 1915, became the unit's CO on June 14th, 1917. And before merging with the Royal Flying Corps and the Royal Navy Air Service into the Royal Air Force in 1918, he was named CO of 40 Squadron Royal Flying Corps, equipped with SE-5As. Blah, blah, blah. Mikey's in. Yeah. As it's a Marley live, it has to be asked, has he got the audio leads the wrong way around? I think I'm fine. Hello, Mario. Hello, Joe, says Ian. David says, hello, Mikey. And Ian says, hello, Mikey. So hopefully Jim will be back in a sec. I'll continue with this. But yeah, I mean, the decals, they're easy to reach because they're all on the upper or lower wing, so they're sort of straightforward. But once these are done, then, so the wheels, I'll show you. My little knife. So these are the masks that come with the upgrade kit, but I painted the rims in the same camouflage as the rest of the kit. So they'll sort of going on shortly. Yeah. Julian's saying, Ian, is that a cue for Jim to say exclamation mark? Let's try that again.
Nope, nothing. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
So everyone else can hear me, correct?
I've been looking through my settings and I can't find a thing that's telling me I've got something switched off. But I know this, even when I go to YouTube and watch the video through there, I don't get any sound through that either. So there's a problem with my computer. I'm going to have to come back for a minute and see what I can do.
Just try a full.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Mikey's confirming. Oh, he's gone now. Yeah, we can hear you both. Okay. I'll just ask him to restart.
Of course, it doesn't reach.
I could still hear him.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, his speakers have gone then, says Mikey. Yeah, probably. Fixed income modeler Jim. As I mentioned, yeah, Paul Marley will be along shortly. He'll be finishing up his Scouts night. He's a scout leader. Has been for 15 years, I think. But he'll be along to join us shortly. So, got this another decal here. Oh, he's certainly trying everything with the speakers. Oh, he's muted himself. Yeah. So yeah, Julian, so maybe restart the browser only or try watching another video on YouTube. If Jim can't hear, then it's either that or it's a YouTube issue. Could be a StreamYard issue as well. I don't really know, but it looks fine at my end, and as you'll know, we can hear both of us. So don't really understand what's going on there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay.
Oh, it's working now.
Well, I have my external speakers plugged in. I don't know why the microphone on a computer, which is telling me it's on and functioning, why it will not function and give me sound independent of my of my speakers that I have plugged in to the PC. That's the only way I can get any sound. That's the way I can hear you. Obviously, everyone can hear me.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was going in. I was going out, coming back in, checking all the internals on the settings on the computer. So a little frustrated that should happen because I've done this plenty of times before in the past and never had an issue with it. So I'm going to be in kind of a compromised position, right here. So here I am.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. All I can do is apologize.
I did come prepared.
Yeah.
Yep, went and bought some yesterday. So
what? Hang on. It says original.
It says original cookies. Cookies.
How weird. Okay, no, we don't have that.
Oh well, that's what we call them here in my territory. So
yeah, it also looks. The package looks like it's a color of our.
I'll say those are some jolly good biscuits.
Yeah, obviously we don't call them cookies, but no, we don't have that in the bottom corner, which is why it stood out to me. And the color is more brown. It's a color of our caramel ones.
Yeah, this is yes, the original. That's the ones I remember. They did have a couple other flavors available, but I wanted to go with this one. This is packaged in Australia.
Yeah, but obviously we packaged it for the American market.
Right. It probably drives on the other side of the road too.
I'm sure it does.
Well, we made it. Here I am. Welcome to the Lost and Found. He's found and I'm lost. So, hello to everyone.
Yeah, it's hard to explain what happened.
Glad to see the usual suspects in the chat.
Yeah, as always.
And I'm gonna start on something. I'm at my one of my model benches. This here. You can probably barely see it. It's the engine block and the radiator and fan shroud for the 250 half track. This one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give that a bit of some highlighting and shading, and even though the thing's gonna be covered up inside the engine compartment, you can take my face off there, John. You don't want to scare your audience away. I know it's going to be locked up inside the engine compartment, but I'm going to do a little extra work on it anyway. The rest of the work I have to do on this thing is involving airbrushing, and I'm not in a position to do that right now, so I got to do that later. In fact, that's the thing that's been delaying this is I'm overthinking this stuff too much. All these colors on the inside of the half track, what was primed, what was painted over the red oxide primer, what color was it? I'm making my own head spin. I'm really just, the source of my own problem is me.
Huh.
So I'm just thinking this stuff too much. I mean, I've got the interior painted with the red oxide primer color, which I'm assuming even early in the war they were using. I bought a couple of Hataka paint sets, and yeah, where is that? Anyway, boy, everything's going wrong for me this morning. I got up extra early to prepare for this, folks. You're seeing me at my best, and boy, oh boy, am I failing.
Well, as I mentioned, like, I was a bit tardy. I actually turned on ChatGPT to come up with a little animation and all that sort of stuff coming in, but I had to cook dinner, and then
yeah. Oh, by the way, what was for dinner and how was it?
Oh, it was, at the end of the day, like, I went off to have a look at what was available and everything else, because we usually have a set menu, if you like. Bron plans it like a month in advance, but for some reason, I just went off to the shop and I couldn't really find anything was on special. So she said, like, we'll just get some sausages. We'll just have sausages and bread. Nothing wrong with that. So that's what we did. Had Bunno's Democracy sausages.
Oh, okay.
So, like, this is the menu, and it just goes on like forever. So,
oh wow.
So, like, for instance, yesterday was lamb curry, naan, and rice. Today, Wednesday, nothing. Tomorrow, sausages, roast potato, carrots, peas, corn. Tuscan meatballs, linguine, and garlic bread on Friday. Blah blah
blah. Tiff is saying there we got an echo. Is that?
Yeah, that's. I think my sound coming through your, me coming through your speakers and then back into your microphone.
Huh. Okay. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. Seeing it's not working, I'll just I know what I'm going to do. Hold on a second. Let me go check my sound on my computer and see if this works. I may cut myself off.
Sure, Ethel's saying, morning, Jim, it must be your biorhythms. Oh, it's muted, but no, we can't hear you now. And Ethel's saying, hi, Julian and Tiff. Oh, he's still muted. He'll work it out. So, oh no. Oh.
Okay, now I'm coming across?
You are?
Yeah, okay, I give up then. Because what I did was try and cut off that loop or that feedback as I disabled the sound on a computer. Well, all that does is mute me. Why that does, I don't know, because if I turn that off and then turn it back on, why is it that I can only hear myself? These are rhetorical questions.
Yes.
Why I can only hear myself with the external speakers. Why not the speaker within the computer? That's what's bugging me. Anyway, whatever. That's the wonderful world of technology. They sell you all this stuff and then they leave it to us, the layman, to figure it out.
That's it. Duke's in for a minute. He's saying, g'day, all you beautiful people. Sorry, I missed the start. Have fun. I'll watch you later. He's obviously going to be
Duke.
working.
All right.
Ethel saying g'day to me. Hello, Ethel. Always welcome. And Tiff is, she had a steak pie for dinner from the shop downstairs. Wow. Sounds all right.
Let me ask you, John, when you say you're making something for dinner, do you go to market that day to pick out the meal before you cook it?
Tend to. It really depends what we're having and like how much we need. So, it depends. So, like Tuscan meatballs coming up. So, yeah, I'd go up, just get mince and, just make them by hand.
Yeah. Well, if I had some headphones, Tiff, I would use them, but I don't. So if I'm really going to get involved in this YouTube channel stuff, I really have to up my game as far as my equipment. I mean, like, for instance, could have an overhead cam like you've got, so you could at least see what's going on a bench instead of looking at me.
Ian saying, hi, Duke, and then he goes on to spoil our illusion of professionalism.
Yeah, right, I know. All right, Paul's coming in, right?
He will be shortly, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, if you're going to allow me a moment, I'm going to step away. I got to refill my coffee.
No problems.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's
Be
all the
right
comments
back,
for now.
folks.
So I've broken off an interplane strut, so I'll stick that on and then do the bottom wing decals. But yeah, it's sort of not going to take long. What's odd is the rudder here has there's two different versions. One has a black outline, one doesn't. You have a choice which one you want to do. With this one, I have a choice of either using the ones with the black outline or the ones with the black outline that are eroded, because what they've done is paint over bits of the flashes with camouflage. So whatever spaces sort of show through or whatever, then I'll just sort of fix that up, if that makes sense. Which is why my rudder, which is here, it's not on yet because I want to put the decals on separately, and then I can, once that's in place, I can fix it up. But maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do the wing first. But yeah, just bear with me. I'll put this interplane strut back on before I do anything else. So that. So I need to be eyes down for a moment. Oh God, no singing. No singing, John.
No singing? Wait a minute, it's your show.
It's my channel.
Anyway, all right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to get to work on mine. And yeah. So how's the weather by you? Starting to get cold?
Cooling down.
Well, cold for you or cooling down is like what? Like 25 during the day or something?
Let's see. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's currently 16 degrees.
16 degrees.
No, did I pick up an Australian accent in that Siri voice?
No,
Oh,
we don't have
okay.
an accent here.
I thought I did. Well, yes, you do, and I love it. But anyway, I thought I did. Anyway, curious.
No, well, yeah, I've got Siri set to,
Oh, it's interesting. You
no
said,
accent.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. It's what, 9:30 for you at night. You said 16.
Yeah.
For me, at 6:30 a.m., it's 16.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's starting to cool down here now, but it's today. We didn't have much, well, virtually no rain. It was, I think, about 10 drops. But it was quite foggy, probably until about 10 a.m. and then it was high cloud cover, patches of blue. But I can't complain.
Okay, folks, I'm going to enter into the world of dry brushing, and I don't have a dry brush. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I don't have one either.
Yeah.
I just tend to use a brush.
I better go out and buy one.
Julian says that reminds me. I
I'm
must
just
check
gonna
my
use-
laptop. Last time I
this
tried, it
raggy
wouldn't even
old-
power up.
Sorry, John. I'm going to use this raggy old brush, and I'm going to dig some pigment out of this Tamiya Panaline washer. Panaline accent color, I should say.
Oh
You
yeah.
got the pigment at the bottom, and just use that as the dry brush over the engine block and the radiator shroud.
Athol saying it's currently 15 degrees Celsius at mine, so John is plus 1 degree Celsius.
Seems to be the magic that 15, 16, 17 number seems to be
Yeah.
around the world at the moment.
Oh, Dave's in. I know there's a time zone difference all across the world, but I didn't realise it's Christmas there for you, Santa Marley. Well, you're not wrong. So I use this plate because it has a low lip, so I can just slide the decals out of it without, trying to have trouble there. Oh, I think Mikey wins. It's 23 degrees where he is.
Whoa, 23
In the land of
Wales?
hope and dreams.
Wow, that's warm.
And Tiff's, buy some makeup brushes, Jim. They work wonders as dry brushes.
Oh yeah. This is why I regret not. My last girlfriend, she was a girly girl, and she loved to have her makeup and her everything all neat and tidy, and she would constantly replace things like that, brushes and blush. I wish I was seeing her still. I'd get a treasure trove of tools for free.
Huh. Oh,
You buy a Tamiya weathering set. I don't know if you probably can get them there. It's like it looks like a mascara kit or
Oh.
makeup. It's got 3 little blocks of different colors depending on what you want to. You know, they offer different colors, and the brush to apply it that comes with the kit is essentially a makeup brush.
There you go. No, I don't do anything fancy. I've just got brushes that are, in various states of
Yeah, same here.
US
I mean, like I
ness.
said, the one that I'm using is this one, and it's seen better days, but it works perfectly for what I'm doing right now. And yeah, it's. I'll tell you what, these Tacom kits are outstanding for detail. I don't know if you've built one yet or not, but
I've built only one, which is the Mark IV tank.
oh, that's right. That was that World War I tank you made. Was it
Yes.
was a Tacom Mark IV?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What would you think of the kit?
No, I can't complain. The fit was pretty good. I didn't like. I think the only thing I didn't like was the sponsons where the 6-pound gun was. But that's only one side because I had a female on one side, male on the other. So yeah, that's the only criticism I have is it wasn't that good to get the. I guess it's about 300 degrees circle, sort of. It's like a cylinder that the gun sits in, so you can aim it. Oh, sorry, Athel's saying, oh, come on guys, follow your pride and walk into the nearest female makeup shop. Ask the prettiest female for help and pick a full set of brushes. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, I go looking through the cosmetics department at my local Walmart and a couple other places, Target, and I mean, I'm in America. It's a land of big box stores, you know.
Yeah. So Mikey's saying, so what I'm hearing is Jim is after a girlfriend who doesn't mind him sharing her makeup brushes so he can have fun times.
No, that's not quite the. Hey, there he is, and he's wearing the appropriate wear. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah,
Or good evening to you guys. Excuse me, it's morning for me. So,
I
Well.
apologise for my tardiness. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing great, sir. Good to see you.
I should
to
go and
see
get my
you.
Timmy shirt on.
Yes, you should.
Yes. No, we're not talking.
No, don't do that. Don't.
Actually, I'll bloody do it. I'll be back in a minute.
No, get a Hasegawa shirt.
He hasn't bought me one of them.
Okay.
Can you get one? Can you get a Hasegawa anymore?
I'd like to get my brother used to work in silk screening, and if I could, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, just like that logo. Yeah,
Just
I would
like
love
that.
to get T-shirts of every one of the hobby logos: Matchbox, Airfix, Fujimi,
Yeah.
Hasegawa.
They'd
Bandai.
sell. They'd sell.
Oh yeah, I would just love to have a library of those on my own.
A library in your wardrobe.
Yeah, what did I say? Library? Okay, forget that, folks. Forget it. Just scratch that from the record. Eliminate it.
Yes.
A collection. It's either too much coffee or not enough.
Oh, look at you, John. Look at you. There you
All
go.
right, there we go.
There we go. How's that?
Oh, Paul, I wanted to let you know I came equipped.
Oh, well done to you.
Went
Yeah.
out
One of
bought
them
yesterday.
Chicago. Oh, wow.
So, do
Yeah.
you see what it says in the bottom right-hand corner there?
Original
wait,
cookies.
Cookies. Yeah.
Baffling.
Well, we call them cookies here in the States.
Yeah.
And but what as I told John, I said, hey, we'll all meet at the Australian Artillery and Armor Museum, and we'll sit down to some biscuits and coffee or tea, whatever you want. And I'll
We can
gladly
civilise
enjoy
you,
your
mate.
biscuits. So, I
So
would love
David's
to
saying
visit
it's
there.
19 degrees in the Rhondda Valley. Wonderful. And yeah, that's warm, Mikey. Ian says, hi, Paul.
Hi,
He also
Ian.
reminds us that he might be the only one that's lubed. So yes, lube and
Well,
subscribe.
that's okay.
Yeah, well,
Oh, what's he got? Oh, he got the sticker? Hey.
All right.
That's the
Very
way.
nice. Yeah, I actually owe Mikey an apology. There's a couple of stickers. I said if you make them, I'll buy them. I haven't bought them yet, so I have to get my money out of the bank and just put it where my mouth is.
Oh,
I gotta buy.
tips.
I want to buy one of those shirts too, the bearded veteran shirts. I like those.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they do.
At £2.50 a packet, the Tim Tams aren't worth the buying.
Incorrect.
These were on sale for $5. So whatever the exchange
It's
rate
about
is
that.
for Australian
Well-
dollars to American dollars, these are $5.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably $7.50.
we only buy 'em when they're on
Whatever they are
special.
to Great British
Yeah.
pounds, I don't know. So,
How far afield did you have to go to get them, Jim?
local grocery store. Which one was it? Jewel, which is a local grocery store, really
Jewel
local,
Food
local
Barn.
to the Chicagoland area. I was surprised to find them there, but I found out about them being there through a guy who did a Tim Tam Slam and posted it on YouTube. He did it with hot coffee too.
Yeah.
Sacrilegious.
And I'll tell you what, that is a fun experience. That's I don't know how you guys think about the Tim Tam Slam, but I think it's kind of fun. But I'm not going to do it here because it kind of
No,
looks like a sexual act.
Yeah, well, I'm just. It's not for me. Other people can do it. I'm not into soggy biscuits.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right because once you do the initial slam, you got this shriveled piece of biscuit in your hand, and it's like, ugh.
Yes.
Yes.
It can be a bit messy.
Tip saying $5 is $7, $7.70 Aussie dollaroonies.
That's commitment, Jim. That's commitment.
Julian says, "Evening, Paul." David
Evening.
says, "Now we have to keep track of who's who." Yeah, I can change the T-shirt back should I need to. Actually, I haven't got the. Have I got the? Oh, I've got rid of the.
I'm going to open up the Tim Tams, guys, so I'm going to mute the microphone.
They allow those packets. Cheers to you both.
Oh yes. So, what's your beer of choice tonight?
I'm excited about this one. This is a Canberra one.
Oh, Canberra Brewing Company.
Yeah,
Pale Ale.
bloody gorgeous.
Oh, it looks
Expensive,
nice.
but gorgeous.
Oh, Duke is saying a Tim Tam Slam is perfection if you do it properly.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and the way you
I
do it
wanted to
properly
ask
is you
Tiffany-
don't
I
do
wanted
it
to
at
ask-
all.
I wanted to ask Tiffany a question. What are hobnobs in British pound price? I mean, what do you generally pay for a pack of hobnobs in the UK? Just curious. Just want to,
Well, that's-
find out what it is. That'll give me an idea what they would be in American dollars.
He's obviously enjoying it. I think
Mm.
another Durkle.
Oh, that's
That's a tasty beverage, is it?
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Julian's saying, John, don't take off the headphones, or you and Paul will be identical. Well, actually, he's me. I was just pre-recorded myself earlier.
Yeah.
Through
Mikey's
the wonders
saying,
of
I've just
AI.
realised both Marlies are also sat in front of a blank wall with a door over their right shoulder. Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. So the difference is I've got a
that help?
cask red wine there. Paul doesn't drink red wine.
Oh, I can.
Tiff saying depends
I
if you wanted
can.
branded hobnobs or not, Jim. It's about a £1.85 for a normal size packet. That's about what we pay, yeah.
Well, that's pretty good price actually. That's pretty.
Yeah, they're,
See,
there's
this
no
is,
chocolate or anything on them. So
Okay, the package I have of the Tim Tams is 200 grams. So what would be the standard package of hobnobs?
I think they're pretty much one standard pack. They're probably about that long, which is what 1/10
Well,
of
I
a
was thinking
basketball
in terms
court
of
in
grams.
American parlance.
probably 6 inches long.
Yeah, and Joey's saying, "Oh my God, went to feed the dogs and grab a cup of coffee. Now I'm seeing double." Yeah, I have changed the shirt just to annoy people, but yeah.
I just
So
got in.
the
I'm
only
sorry,
difference is
mate.
Paul has class and John has his shav box. Shav
What's
box.
a
Is
shav box?
that what you call my cask? My
Is that a shav box, Mikey? Never
yeah,
heard of that.
no. Whatever. It sounds delicious anyway. Julian says, I just recorded myself earlier. Haha, it explains the crap lip sync, John. Yeah. And the fake Australian accents. Oh,
Mate,
okay.
my
So,
accent isn't fake.
no.
No,
The dingo's got my baby.
baby. All right,
Maybe the
eyes down, I
dingo ate your
suppose.
baby. Maybe the dingo ate your fiance.
Oh, eagle.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So, like, since when is Chav? Pronounced Shav. Okay, John, you language butcherer. And then says Shav is a council housed and violent. I didn't know that. Oh my god, I learned something new today, as we do on these streams every time.
Every time. Every
Yes, we
time.
do. Oh,
Without
very
fail.
nice F-15 there, Paul.
Thank you, Jim.
And
I
that is
haven't-
again, is
I haven't
that a
been home
48
much
scale
lately.
kit?
I'm sorry?
Is that a 48 scale kit?
It is a 48, yes.
Wow.
Well spotted, sir.
That is
So
a big
it's
model.
rather large, yeah. But I travel for work and I haven't been home for weeks. So I haven't. All I've been able to do since the last time it was seen in the internet is glue the nose piece on. Which I have to finish doing.
Yeah, how's that going? You were saying you're having trouble.
Yeah. Nothing I couldn't fix with the file.
Julian's saying, and the fake Australian accent. Oh, do I admit I have an accent? No. No, I'm not.
No.
It was just a poor attempt at humour, but no accents down here.
That's not an accent, mate. So Jim's has got the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak it like an American.
Yes. Okay.
From Aotea Papa, the land of the long white pope. Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Stick song,
yeah,
isn't it? The
that's
Great
right.
White Pope.
He's gained quite a bit of popularity here in the Chicagoland area.
yeah? Good on
Everybody
him.
wants to see his home, where he grew up on the south side, and all kinds of silly stuff.
Yeah, no, good on him. My God, I can't believe I just said yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, and Julian's saying, oh, I didn't know that, Ian. Thanks. This is the Chav. Someone who walks around in a tracksuit with their hand down their trousers, smoking the green stuff and wanting to fight anyone who looks at them. The Scottish call them Neds. Okay. Us Aussies call them, what do we call them, Paul?
Bogans.
Bogans. Bogans.
Bogans.
Julian says, lol, Tiff.
Okay.
As children growing up to adults, says Athol, 172nd scale seemed to be the norm, but middle-aged senior years, 148s replaces them. Yeah, it's easy to see. It depends on the subject matter, because I have built a biplane in 72nd scale, but they are so small, and they expect you to do the bracing wise, the rigging and all. It was a challenge. This is a challenge enough in 48 scale because it is quite small. Actually, I've got to go back to the other screen.
Yeah, I was going to say
It's also quite a challenge to put the wing on the right way.
enough for a biplane.
Sorry, Paul. A challenge? What?
It's also a challenge to put the wing on the right way.
Sorry, John. I don't think you're ever going to live that one down.
Never.
Yeah, well, if you like what you see, put a wing on it.
Hey, when I talk, I
There
can hear.
was that old Monty Python sketch. What was his name? Wrong Way North. Brian Norris and his Ford Popular. They were going to see if the residents of Surbiton were there before the residents of Hounslow, which are these two little suburbs outside of London.
Okay.
It's quite small, said Tiff. That's what she said. All right. All right. 3 decals down. 5 to go. Yeah, this is a bit of large ones. Get them out of the way.
800.
Actually, for
Running out of water.
most military jets, 72nd scale would be proper size for me because storage space, large,
Yes.
quarter scale, even a gnat or a trying to think of a smaller, like a T-33 or a
Or a Pfizer Stork Lysander.
no.
Oh, sorry, you're talking jets.
Jet, yeah. I would something in that range, even like a Strike Master or a you insert your small aircraft here would be a considerable size. And I'm actually looking at removing some of my older kits and just finding places to donate them to, so I can bring in newer stuff that I'm building, because I'm running out of room.
Yeah.
I totally see that. I actually don't believe I have a place to put this, so I'm going to have to throw out a daughter or something to fit it in the house.
Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, one's already left, but you've got some 30-year-old models there that you don't have to keep anymore. You can just make room by throwing them out, eh?
No, throwing them out sounds hard.
Yes, actually, that would be probably my first choice. Yes.
You could find maybe someplace to donate them to, like a library, a museum.
Oh, they're not that good. Sorry, Paul, they're not that good.
They're not that good. Nobody wants them.
No. I think I agree with Temu, Gary, that like the models, it's all in the building really. I don't really care if I keep them or not afterwards. It depends.
Well, I know people who photograph their stuff and then they either store it, or they give it away, or they build it for someone else on a like a commission or a free deal, like put it in their hobby shop or something like that. And they just photograph it and put the file in their computer, and they're done with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So David's saying that's why I don't do ships even at 1/350 scale.
Yeah.
I've done one ship in 1/350. It's the Bismarck. It's a great build. Really enjoyed it. But I just haven't gone back to do any more. Not that I'm against ships, of course.
Yeah, I really couldn't give a ship.
You've not done one, eh?
No, not. That was a baby.
I couldn't do one with all the rigging and everything. It's got to be done right. Without all the details that those things call for, I don't know. I don't know if I could go like halfway on one, and I can't do all the way because my eyes and my hands.
Yeah. Oh, can be a challenge.
Sorry, I've missed half the show. Jim, what are you working on right now?
I am working on the just weathering and highlighting the engine block on my. Hold on one moment. The CACM SD KFZ 250/3. Very similar to what your brother's working on, but the 250 model of half track, not the 250
Yes.
one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And this one is Rommel's command car from North Africa, the Greif, I believe it's pronounced.
I think it is, yeah. The Greif.
Griffin. And so anyway, what I'm just highlighting and weathering the engine block and the radiator shroud. I know they're not going to be seen, but I like to have fun with stuff like this.
Yes.
Tiff's saying, or do what I'm doing. I have a divan bed base, which I'm going to turn into shelves. Oh.
That's a nice idea. What do you got there? Have a... Can you help us out with the pronunciation? Is that divan, or divan, or...
Well, yeah, if I say divan, I think Tiff would say it differently.
Well,
True.
let's see. There's a county in the UK, Devon, D-E-V-O-N. We
Yep.
say divan over here.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, you're just wrong.
Well, we know that, but Gary Evans said a couple weeks ago, well, we gave you a good language and you messed it all up. I think we actually made it a little bit better.
Did you though?
It's all in fun, folks. It's all in fun.
Yeah, I think
I'm not looking for trouble. Just having fun.
Well, you found it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We need the British John Wayne. Well, partner.
I smell like a campfire, John.
Oh yeah. Did you have a campfire this evening?
Yeah. Well, yes. Did you explain why I'm late?
So Tiff said the pronunciation is Diveni.
Divan.
I think I got that right.
Divan. I'll take a guess.
Divani.
I am the king of the divan. Oh no. Oh no. I thought something dropped off. It did not. All right. So having a bit of trouble getting these interplane struts staying where I want them to. The buggers?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I won't have that problem on my Eagle.
No. So yeah, as I said the other day, we were chatting about this, and you were saying you had trouble, or were having trouble lining up the front of the fuselage to the centre barrel.
Yes.
Is that sorted now?
It's sorted, yes. It needed some intervention. If I can just show you this quickly.
Yeah, sorry, let me zoom in on you.
Okay. You can do that.
Right.
Well done, considering ModBin's not doing. So basically these bits in here, you got the top and bottom halves, right? So basically this whole front was rocking up and down. You had a visible gap, top and bottom, but it was top or bottom. And I was just thinking, I think I need to make that flat. So I did, I filed it, and it took a fair bit of work, but I've still got to glue the top a little bit. There's still a minor gap up here. But it's something I can fill, I think, with filler.
I can't see a gap, so yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's well, I'm doing the best I can.
So a couple of comments. Athel's saying it's time to go over to Carl's modelling, 40 miles further inland from mine. So I'll see you all later. Thank you, Athel, for dropping in. David saying if you can't laugh at yourself, then we're lost. Yep. And Tiff it's a spare bed. It was given to me when I moved into my flat, as I had no furniture at all. Then I bought my dream bed, and it's just sat in my studio gathering dust and spray paint.
Dust and spray paint. Hey, that sounds like an album, a record. Dust and spray paint.
Yeah, sounds all right. Right, just bear with me. I need to. Well, I don't need to, but I wish to go and grab a beer.
Bear with.
Yeah, you're not sharing mine. It's funny when I say something, I can hear myself.
Paul, where are you at now? What part of Australia?
Oh, I'm actually home. I live in Melbourne. I'm actually home for 2 weeks.
Ah, okay. And what is it that you do that requires travel?
I am a trainer. I teach hydraulics.
Ah, okay.
And there's a bit of a need nationally, and it keeps me well employed.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And truth be told, we have trained more people in Western Australia than Victoria so far this year. But yes, so that's just what I do.
Well, that's something that's always in need.
Yeah. My understanding is that not enough people know it globally. But yeah, it keeps me well employed. And very excitedly, we have moved into a new training facility this week. We're still doing it. It'll take another week and a half to move in properly. But yeah.
Nice.
This is my beer of choice.
Oh, very nice.
What do you got there? Let's see
Cooper's.
that. Oh, Cooper's?
Original Pale Ale. Yeah, from Adelaide.
Adelaide. So I've got a Canberra beer, you got an Adelaide beer.
Well, our good friends in Adelaide. We're there half an hour and 30 years behind the rest of Australia.
All I know is that Adelaide is in the south, correct?
Yes.
Interestingly, though, well north of Melbourne.
Yeah, it's they're level the same latitude as Sydney. Much
But
further.
it's South
west.
Australia. It's really weird.
And they're a lot more arid, if that makes sense. Like, so
Yeah, drier climate.
Yeah, very arid place.
Yeah, like,
Very arid
like the
state.
Southwest, like New Mexico, Arizona, Eastern California, stuff like that.
right. So on a big
Yeah.
map, Sydney there.
Okay.
And yeah, so if you go a long way across, Adelaide is there. It's
Bloody things off.
It's easy to find because it's what I call the arse crack of Australia.
Okay, all right.
The Gulf of St. Vincent, which named after the Battle of St. Vincent with the ships of the line and Nelson's Navy and all that sort of stuff. And like that.
was it called?
Yeah, and it's pretty much Adelaide just up and down, but it's just
there it
one of
is.
the few
Okay.
places in Australia where you see the sun setting over the water. You do that in Perth as well, but
Yes. Okay.
they're there.
You
Yeah,
do
as
that
I say,
in Melbourne as
it's-
well.
Adelaide's sort of level with Sydney, and Melbourne's a lot further south down the bottom there. That's
Now
Port Phillip Bay, which looks like a girl running that way. Like, that's her
What?
her lip, her nose,
Okay,
her
talk
hair.
yourself out of that one.
What?
What? You don't see it?
I honestly, I can't. No,
You're insane.
I'll have to study it more often, and then I probably
Nose, forehead, hair going back behind her neck, shoulders.
Okay.
Okay.
I was looking at it. I was looking at it from left to right, not right to left. Okay.
Huh. Anyway, I digress. I'm offending everyone that's from places where I aren't, which is probably not the best way to go about it, is it?
Yeah, but that's what you do every episode.
Yeah.
Okay. That's done.
Okay. Ruddily fantastic. Let's do this. 13.
How am I going to know that that is straight? I think. Oh, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, yeah. Thinking, how am I going to know that these tailplanes, what are they called? Are straight?
Tailplanes? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, they're elevons. No, they're not. Stabilators.
Right.
Yeah. A full travelling elevator is a stabilator.
Yes.
Yeah, and Tiff is saying that Port Phillip Bay looks like Ariel from The Little Mermaid when she's on the rock. Yeah,
It makes sense, actually.
that's looking very much like an eagle.
It is a beautiful shape. It really is something
Yeah.
to admire.
F-15 is a beautiful, graceful,
Beautiful.
aircraft.
Yeah, it is. It's always been my favourite jet.
Well, again, you're just wrong.
What's yours, John?
Sepcat Jaguar.
Jaguar is a very beautiful airplane too.
I think it just looks, tough. I think with the big sort of like, dual wheel undercarriage, and
Yes.
I think it's not a perfect design. Eagle is close to a perfect design. I think it's just absolutely beautiful so these aircraft we're talking about, I think, are beautiful from every angle. There's a lot of aircraft that aren't, including my beautiful Hercules. At certain angles, it looks pretty awful.
Yeah.
But no, the Eagle is beautiful. Jaguar is very bananas.
Well, what I'm impressed about with the Jaguar is that who was it? Try not to get upset, Paul. I'm going to mention a name. Peter Oxley.
All right.
John. Excuse me. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul. Excuse me.
Oh, I don't hate him, as I said before.
See, the T-shirts are even confusing me. So, he had some footage of a Jaguar taking off from a local roadway, like one of their motorways, and it just rolled off the grass right onto the pavement and up it went. It was beautiful. I mean, what I like about the Jaguar is the long, spindly landing gear.
Yeah,
it looks very cool on the ground as much as it does in the air.
It's a very different looking plane, the Jaguar. I do love it. I think it's beautiful. My God, there's got a big gap. Oh God.
What? Oh,
is that what?
I literally had the decal backwards. I haven't put it on yet, but I'm trying to work out why it's not fitting that way. It's because it's doing the standard sort of red forward on the aircraft, but this is back in the time when blue was forward. So I was literally about to put it on backwards. What are the odds?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, Ian, that's going to take up a lot of paint. You're going to prime the F-15 and the F-22?
Yeah. Well, Paul, did you want to correct Mikey on this one? The model's going to take up so much grey paint.
It's going to take a lot of green paint. And
why? Why green paint?
Be right back, guys. Going to make another coffee refill.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Be back momentarily.
Show us a picture, Paul. Have you got one handy?
Yes.
There we go. So this is a prototype F-15E Strike Eagle, and it's the only Eagle that is in what they call European 2 scheme. It's two shades of green and a dark grey.
Yeah, they call it Lizard informally. But yes, the standard one's grey, but this one's green. I'm doing the green one because I just think they look absolutely dangerous.
Yeah, it does look wonderful.
I've got a gap here. I need to solve that. Big gap in here. You can't see it, but yeah.
Ian's about to prime his 48 scale Tamiya F-15 and Italeri F-22, which is a crap kit. Beautiful looking aircraft though. Tip said that's what he said.
Sorry?
David saying, Ian, yes, agree. My F-22 is sitting waiting to be finished and it's not back. It's not back on my list yet. Yeah, fair enough. Oh wow.
That's the Tamiya F-22? Sorry?
Italeri F-22 and a Tamiya 48 F-15. And Ian says he has an auto shop rattle can which did the XB70 Valkyrie last night. That's a lot of paint, yeah. Very nice. All right. Eyes down while I get this decal on.
Yeah, this is just going to take so much primer. I think I will do it with a can. I don't know.
Yeah, I tend to just get Tamiya spray cans now. I don't muck around with.
Sorry, Ian, it's you that's doing the F-15, the 148 Tamiya?
Yes.
How do you rate that kit? I'm a bit of a Tamiya diehard. You can probably tell I'm wearing the t-shirt. And I built Tamiya primarily so that I don't have to build a piece of vellum Hampton.
Still not a fan, hey?
Still not a fan. You do great models, John. I just don't know why you do abominations every now and then.
We are no longer brothers. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Getting back to the topic of beautiful, absolutely beautiful spot-on designs for planes, I think the Mosquito is one of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mosquito is
Certainly up there, isn't it?
a beautiful airplane.
Beautiful.
It was the first attempt at what was called the unarmed bomber. It wound up being able to carry the same amount of tonnage or close to it of the B-17, but yet it was faster and it could fly without the burden of self-defense weapons.
Yeah.
And
So I'm reading a book about it at the moment, and the guy was saying that today, actually, as an audio book. He was saying it can drop the same payload as the B-17 with 2 people instead of 10. It could fly all the way to Berlin and back,
right,
which the B-17 couldn't.
Well, yes, it could. B-17s flew to Berlin. Sure, they did. They flew to Western Poland.
I got that wrong. Sorry, it could get there and back faster than the B-17.
Yes, that's true.
Drop the same payload.
Yeah.
And also could, if attacked, could fight back as well. But it was basically just a work of art. The fact that, I think they have
not bad for an aircraft that was originally rejected by the British Air Ministry.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It's a total success story.
Yeah, I agree. And as they created so many versions of it, and every role it played, it did well. Very good.
Yeah. And they're saying it's the only plane in this book. They're saying it's the only plane that did actually every role. And it even one thing that they're saying in this book it did, and they were discussing the missions it did, but they were saying it did troop carrying as well.
Mosquito.
Pardon me? What did it do?
Sorry? Troop carrying as well.
Did troop carrying.
Carrying?
Yeah.
Interesting. Never knew of that.
So they basically had it working as not troop carrying. That's wrong. Sorry, I'm wrong. Yes, no, transport, but not people. Right.
Oh, transport? You mean like cargo?
Like cargo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got it wrong.
That's all right.
It was a transport plane, not troop carrying. And what they were particularly talking about in this book was that there was a Swedish company, SKF, that made bearings.
Yeah, still do.
Yes, I know they do. And I thought they were German, but they're Swedish. And what they were saying was that because they were neutral, they were supplying to the Luftwaffe and to the English as well. And the British knew that they needed to slow down the Germans in their productions. And one thing that, whether it's a tank or a plane or a car or a truck or a train, whatever they needed, they all had bearings. So they figured they needed to hit the bearing factories, which they did. But then the Germans, accepted the orders from SKF in Sweden. So what the British ended up doing was ordering a million bearings of the same size that is used in the Daimler engine in the Bf 109 to tie up the production. And basically they used those Mosquitoes to ship them to the UK. Got them to the UK so that the Germans couldn't get them, even though they didn't use them because they didn't have them in any thing. They just got them away from the Germans.
That is interesting.
it's a really cool story. And I'm sure there's the evidence to back it up, and that he talked about in the book.
Which book is it?
It's called Mosquito.
Good name for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fabulous book, and it's
Yeah.
terribly sad. Let me just look for it here.
I'll go through a couple of comments. Ian's saying that David, it's the first 148 scale kit he bought when he came back to the hobby 4 years ago. But it's so bad, I threw it in the attic.
Oy.
David says, Paul, I did the Tamiya 15C. I found it a good kit.
We don't do many bad ones.
No. Well, yeah, they do some mediocre ones. Ian says, at Paul, the Tamiya 15 I have is an old kit. The box and the instructions say it's 1991. It's a bit warped and not typical Tamiya quality compared to today's shake and bake. And Mikey's saying, John, did you know the Douglas Sky Raider was once used as a troop transporter? No.
The Folding Nat was used as a troop transporter too, but it was a failure.
Sky Raider was originally developed close to the end of World War II, and there it was 20 years later, still in service.
Really?
Yeah. You can just look at the design, and you can see that it's definitely of the 1940s era. With the high tail and the square wings and the straightforward airframe.
Yeah, just like the Foxbat. That was a 1940s design too.
The Foxbat?
It's a joke, Jim. It's a joke.
Oh, I was going to say, that's. I thought maybe I misheard you. I was like, oh, okay. Because the Foxbat was, really nice. Actually, when I was a kid, I used to think that the Russians copied the F-15 to make the Foxbat, but it's actually probably the other way around, because
It's kind of the other way around.
the MiG-25 was in business a lot earlier than the F-15.
Yeah, it's kind of sped up them moving towards the F-15 from the F4.
And something I didn't realise until recently was the MiG-25 wasn't in service that long. It was replaced by the MiG-31, which looks virtually identical, but it's just got a second seat like a weapons system officer.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I don't follow Russian aircraft that closely.
Well, the problem with those high-speed Soviet interceptor aircraft was the lifespan of the engines. If they went multiple Mach, they had to replace them.
Yeah.
So if say a MiG-25 goes, top speed, which is what, Mach 2.5, 2.7, something like that. I mean, it was built
quick
primarily to intercept the B-58 and the SR-71.
Yeah.
But anyhow, from what I heard, that if they did go ultra high speed with those things, the engines required so much maintenance. Now, again, this is going on information I can't confirm, that they required replacement.
There's a chap who does videos on YouTube. You're probably very aware of him, Jim. Paul Stewart.
No, I haven't. That name doesn't sound familiar.
He's an Aussie, and he basically does walkarounds of planes, and quite well educated, and he great trivia and stuff. Great, excellent videos. So he did one just recently on the Foxbat. It went for about, I think, 40 minutes, and I watched it because I was sitting in Perth, had not much else to do, and I learned so many things. A great video. So if you just look for Foxbat, I don't think too many videos have come up because the world doesn't like them. But he had all sorts of deep level trivia about the Foxbat.
Excellent.
I would send you a link, but I don't know how.
It's one of my favorite Soviet
you can
aircraft.
find him. He did, as you say, he does tours of aircraft and museums, and he's very good at pointing out what's what. I think he's excellent.
Fabulous. Great content.
Mikey says, funnily, the Sky Raider failed as a troop transport as well. During the Korean War, Clint Eastwood missed his return flight to his base. Well, So he persuaded a Skyrider pilot to let him hide in the pilot's luggage compartment. But the Skyrider crashed at sea. The pilot died. Eastwood didn't and was able to swim the mile back to shore. Okay. Well, sure, not sure. Yeah, sure. And Ian says, "Yeah, I watched Paul with the Foxbat. He did the XB70 as well. Yeah."
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I will. It comes up on my feed, but
Yeah.
I must admit, I would shake the guy's hand and buy him a beer if I met him. He does a great job.
Well, it's like our mate Graham at Duxford.
Yes.
And you said,
All right.
"You're Graham from the YouTube videos for the Imperial War Museum." And he said, "You're Paul Marley. I'm a big fan." And he shook your hand. And actually he said, "You're John Marley." Shook your hand. He said, "No, he's John."
Paul, that name again of that Aussie.
Paul Stewart.
I'm sorry. Say again, please.
Paul Stewart.
Paul Stewart. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna search that right now. First, I gotta like the Scale Modeling Twins, which I did.
Oh,
geez, I
Like
don't.
and subscribe, folks. Lubin subscribe.
Subscribe.
Come on, folks. Let's get the numbers up. Numbers.
We might hit 20 one day.
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, that's a nice fit.
Let's see. Search.
That's a loose fit.
It's a nice fit. Surprisingly
fit.
gorgeous, yes.
Go.
Ian says he's done loads, like Chris from Military Aviation History. He's a young German fellow.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, I've seen this chap before.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
good.
so it's a Bismarck. Yeah, he's very good.
He's very
Yes.
good, yeah.
Yeah, MiG-25 guided tour, 36 minutes. Great.
Well
you can
detailed.
get inside the cockpit of the thing. Beautiful. All right, great.
Yeah.
Well, I just subscribed.
Wonderful.
Yeah, look, you won't be disappointed with any of his videos. He just does a fabulous job.
No,
He's traveled.
I've told your brother I'm an airframe and power plant geek, and I love to talk stuff like that. I talk more from a desire to learn perspective than knowledge, but you know, I love talking about aircraft and how they came about, design conceptions, ideas, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Sit
absolutely.
and talk with your brother for hours, man. I could just listen to him go on about his knowledge of aircraft.
Oh, he does go on.
He does.
Tiff is saying that she's primed the Pontiac Firebird. Well done. Looking forward to that.
Very nice. Yeah, Jobby spoke for 9 months straight on the Spitfire when we were in the womb, and couldn't get out of there soon enough. 9 months straight.
Well, I
funny,
hope you had
'cause
some time
we were
to
only in there
mention
for
the
6.
hurricanes, John, because
Oh, you're right.
doesn't
We
get enough
were
love.
only in there for 6.
Doesn't get enough love, I'll tell you.
I'm sorry, Jim, I interrupted you there. What was that?
I was saying, I hope that while you were telling your brother about the Spitfire, I hope you had time to mention, take some time for the Hurricane. Just doesn't get enough love.
Yes.
It does in our houses. Tiff's doing the Smoking the Bandit Revel kit, the Pontiac Firebird.
Oh yeah,
Ian-
okay.
Ian
That's
says,
been
"Nice one,
around a long
Tiff."
time.
What are you doing for the final colour? So, from memory, you're doing the black with the gold eagle.
13 and 14.
Now I need two. The last two decals are the ones that go on the tyres that say Palmer Cord Aero Type 700 by 70. Where are they? Oh, yeah. Mikey's saying, it felt like 9 months of all the info sharing, right, Paul?
Are you there too, Mikey?
God. You've never seen a premature baby with such a big beard before. Yeah, and black in with gold details as decals. Dirkels are decals are Dirkels. I don't think you're going to... See, you can't see these decals anyway. So even if I put them on like that, color, yeah, you're not going to see them, but I'll put them on because I have them. Yeah. Very good. Now.
Oh dear.
Yes, darling?
This is I need to get my that thing.
Alrighty.
Ian says, yeah, classic. It's a gorgeous color combo. And Joe agrees, can't wait to see that Firebird TIFF. You do look good.
Yeah, that's your typical late 70s American muscle car. That Firebird. Factory muscle.
Yeah, I think we were talking about gorgeous planes before. That late 70s Firebird is also a work of art.
Oh yeah, yeah. That body style goes back to 1970, I think. That was, I think, the second iteration of the Firebird, if I remember correctly. Maybe there's some folks who'll have a better knowledge of that than I can chime in, but that's the classic body style of the Firebird. Camaro was of similar design, because they're both GM cars. But yeah, it's and those names are still active today. I believe there is a Firebird that's out now. I don't know, could be wrong about that, but I know the Camaro is still a name that's being put on muscle cars coming out of Detroit. As well as Challenger is another one. That's from Dodge. But yeah, that is a very iconic body style. Those Firebirds.
Yeah.
Decals are taking a bit to separate. Yeah, Tish saying she'll post a picture of the box in Discord later today. It's for the Telford Hobnob build, the Pontiac. Ian says, I mean, look at my thumbnail, black and gold. Yeah, fair enough. And he says, I think the Camaro shape goes back further, Jim, late 60s. Could be wrong. Pontiac started building the Firebirds in 67.
Yeah. Those are more.
Tiff says, everyone knows I love my car and bike kits.
Yes. Yes, you do, Tiff, and I like seeing them because that's definitely a variation on the theme of model building, is we get to see some civilian stuff and not just military. So I like it a lot. As far as I believe Pontiac came out with a Firebird in 66, 67. But
you can see these.
Coupe. It was more of the coupe style of body than
on the
fastback.
tyres. Not very well, but they are there. They're worth putting on. Wow. I shouldn't be that surprised. Wow. did it myself. Wow.
Wow, crikey. Have a look at that one.
Did you hear Bindi had an emergency operation in Vegas, Paul?
No. When?
She went over for a fundraiser for the Australia Zoo with her brother and mum, and she had an appendix burst.
Oh
she
my
did
God, an emergency appendectomy? Wowie.
Poor thing. She obviously got through that okay.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, she's a bit of a bugger. I mean, her mum was concerned for her, so she missed the fundraiser as well. So some people would have been disappointed, but they understand, I'm sure.
I'm sure they don't.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Mm.
Alrighty.
Bad.
Was Katy Perry the surgeon?
One can only hope not.
Yeah, right. I would fear for Bindi's life.
There we go. That's cool. I like them.
We went to Australia Zoo when we were on the Scout Jamboree.
This is last Christmas.
Yes. And I had been there before at the last one there in 2013. I couldn't remember much about the place. But it is very much a temple, a shrine, in fact, to Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
And
but it's also a wonderful... I mean, he spent all the money on the animals, not himself, that's for sure.
Exactly. I must admit, I didn't know much about the chap. Because I never watched the shows and all that.
Nor did I.
But he's he's quite a remarkable guy.
We talk about Steve Irwin?
Yeah. When he first came out, I must say, Jim, when he first came out, I thought he was putting on that accent because no one actually talks like that. I thought it was just done for the show. But that's exactly how he sounds.
He never put on an act, I think, yeah.
He never put on an act.
Like, right now, Paul and I are trying to sound like, intelligent. That's clearly an act. But,
well, I'll tell you what, guys. You guys sound Australian to me, so whatever you're trying to sound like, Steve Irwin sounded like an Aussie. You know, the one who doesn't sound like an Aussie anymore, and he used to, is Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
When he did Mad Max and The Road Warrior, he sounded more Australian than he does now.
Was he? Am I right in thinking, John, that he was one of those millions of guys that we think is an Aussie, but was actually born somewhere else?
Yeah, he's American born.
Yeah, he's American born, moved to Australia early.
Okay.
Goes to show how you can wind up sounding like something like where you live.
America. Alrighty. So, well, the Dirkels are done. Need to glue this rudder on. I've made a mozza of the rudder. Now, it's meant to look like this. As I said before, it's actually stippled. As in, it's missing bits. But I've got a bit folded over there, and I've got another bit overlapping the back of the rudder. And what I tend to do is actually paint my rudders, white and then red and blue. But I didn't do it in this case because I was going to stipple it anyway. Now I'm regretting having made this decision.
Macon? That's a county in Georgia, I believe.
Macon County it is. Steve Irwin sounded like what he was, an Aussie that was very passionate about what he was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I ever heard of him was in Georgia. I was wearing Air Force uniform, and a guy came up and he said, "Oh, Steve Irwin, blah, blah. Sorry, I don't know who you're talking about." And he said, "Oh, the Aussie sort of like, crocodile hunter." What? No idea. It was later that night I turned on cable TV and went, "Oh my God, this guy's a bit of a wanker." But I thought that until I went to the zoo and realised that it was, all the money that he was getting a lot of money to do the American TV show, and all of it. The only reason he did the show is to look after the animals more, and I think it's the most incredible zoo I've ever been to.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Totally dedicated to his trade. There was no doubt about it.
Hagrid's in from Belgium saying greetings, mateys.
Hi, mate.
Very welcome, Dieter, as always.
So one bit of trivia that I found out recently that I did not know was that Bindi Irwin is named after one of the crocodiles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bindi. I saw it in an interview. They played like on a big screen there. They showed all these things about the history of him, including, him having kids. And I'm so proud of this little girl. Named him after my favourite croc, Bindi.
Oh, I thought his favourite croc was Monty.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe at the time. Well, so yeah, you'll probably find it if you're looking on YouTube. But Bindi is a crocodile.
Okay. Well, no doubt.
David saying, yeah,
Sheila.
yes, love Steve's show, never missed them. Ian saying, g'day, Ida. Oh, Aussie Ian's in. Good evening, all. G'day, Ian. Yeah,
Hello,
I'll
Aussie
see you
Ian.
on Sunday, if not Friday.
You won't see me.
Beatles song. There's so the funeral for our friend Hooch, who's in our model club, will be on Friday. So turning up for that. I still haven't finished the Testers Dauntless. It was a Devastator. What is it? It's an American bloody Navy jet. What is it? One of those things.
I'll tell you what. You're not far off, and they were both designed by the Douglas Aircraft Company.
There you go. Oh, so getting back to muscle cars, Paul's seen these, but I don't think anyone else has. I've made two. This is years ago, probably about 30 years ago, but I still got them. So I'll show you them. This is let's see. I think they're both Rebel kits. Pontiac GTO Judge.
Oh, looks nice.
Let's go out a bit.
Oh.
Now they're not perfect. I'm no good at doing paint jobs on them or whatever, but got the engine and all that gear in there and yada yada yada. So that did a bit fall off. Yes, the mirror broke off. Another bit to go on the shelf. So that's the Pontiac GTO Judge, which I don't know if you remember, Paul. We did a competition build in the Model Club back in Melbourne, in Waverley Scar Model Club. And I think you had, what was it, 8 hours to build a kit as a team, and we built one of those.
Yes, I do remember that.
And it was blue. It was a blue one, and I thought, oh, that's a good kit. So I went back and actually bought the actual kit again and made it properly. So that's how that came out. And the other one is, tribute to.
Richard Petty.
Plymouth Superbird. Yeah, Richard Petty.
Oh, Superbird. Okay. Wow. Very rare car.
Yeah. So it doesn't have the Roadrunner on the wings or whatever, but I think the colour I think is spot on, like a Petty blue. It's got the engine and yada yada.
Yeah.
But yeah,
nice.
I've kept them because I think they look right. Yeah, I used to throw in.
Well, you got to do that. That's the only way to make those models really, stand out. Wire the engine. My brother used to do that all the time.
Bloody long, isn't it?
Yes, big car. Big. Well, the front was an attachment. What you're holding right now, because that's really just not just, but it was like a satellite / GTX body style that they attached the spoiler in the back, put that add-on in the front, and they put the super powerful
it's like
426 Hemi in there.
426 Hemi, yeah.
Yeah, which was.
And they put they cut out the top of the fenders to get the wheels to bounce more on the NASCAR tracks. But,
I think those are air scoops.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure, but I think they're air scoops because some cars they did that reverse airflow kind of intake instead of direct airflow. Not sure about that.
Oh, there we go. It's a name from the past. So Ian's saying nice GTO. Reminds me of the Eric Banner driving film about 20 years ago. That's right. So his car, I can't remember what he called it, but it was a Ford Falcon XB. I had a Ford Falcon XB as my first car, but it looked nothing like that. It was, as Paul would attest, a piece of crap.
Falcon's a nice Ford. That's one of my. I like Falcons. That's a very very popular model of Ford here in the States.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dita's saying, P.S. Suggestion for your channel name: JPJ Plastic Flowers. Oh.
What?
John Paul Jim.
Well, I'm not part of it. It's the Scale Modeling Twins. I'm just a visitor.
So am I.
And Haggard's got a Daytona, 2 different versions of the Charger, the Eliminator, Belvedere, Corvette, BMW 1, and about 7 more cars out there.
Oh, by the way, Dieter, I subscribe to your your model channel. You suggested it the other day, so I searched it and subscribed. So I'll do my best
You
to learn.
lubed and subscribed.
He
Yes.
lubed and he subscribed. Wonderful. You know what? I'll put that rudder on a bit later. So we've got 20 minutes left to go, folks, or just a little bit less.
Dee 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 dee. Okay, that
All
one
right.
goes on that side.
Which one's which? 5, 4. We and Joe is confirming that Ford Falcon's kicked butt. Yeah,
You
mine
had-
is
you had,
mine was a straight 6, 3 on the tree, bench seat, column
Yeah, your typical family
column
car.
auto. It
Yeah.
was a piece of crap, but taught me how to drive because a bastard tried to kill me 3 times.
Yeah, dude, that's your typical '60s family car. 3 in the tree, bench seat. Yep,
Yeah.
all 6. Yeah.
It was all we could afford at the time. Cars better now.
The problem was that in Australia, that was a mid-70s car.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about those cars, they were very simple to maintain and fix. And you had like
Oh, yeah.
an enormous engine compartment to work with too. It wasn't like the engine was crammed in there. I could just remember I owned a Plymouth Valiant, like a 1972, 74, and it had a 225 slant 6 in there. The engine was indestructible, first of all, but secondly, it's very easy to fix and maintain. You could do your tune-ups and stuff right there, easy peasy. It's a simple engine.
Bugger. I've got it wrong again. So this is for the undercarriage? Pre-painted? It's meant to be those ones.
Were the other ones for a different model?
Yeah, well, this would be probably the SE5A with it's probably the Wolseley engine. I don't know. So I've got, yeah, thinner struts as opposed to the fairinged ones there. What's a bugger? That means I can't do that. I'll put the prop on though.
Okay.
I'll do the rudder and the prop. I'll do this. But this will be done in a couple of days. After I put the prop on, rudder, the wheels, it's the exhaust pipes, and then rigging, and it'll be complete. But yeah, it's looking like SE5A.
I'm thinking mine should be done by October or so.
Okay, so before we sign off, I'm having first world problems yet again.
Oh no.
That is trying to decide what to build next. So it can be a short list, but it can be a long list. So the ones that I was looking at last night was the C-130 Hercules, the Zvezda in 72nd scale, the Victor or the Valiant in 72nd scale, both airfix ones, the 48 scale Edward Zero, Tora. Or the nose section of the Lancaster. Yeah, the 32nd scale Hong Kong Hobbies one, Hong Kong model. Or at a stretch, a B25 Mitchell at 48 scale, again by Hong Kong models.
Well, my thought is a coin toss between the Hercules and the Mitchell.
The Hercules and the what, sorry?
And the Mitchell, the B25.
Mitchell.
There's my vote.
Oh, Tora.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
So the fun fact is this kit comes with 2. So John has one and I am doing the other. I kept the box.
And the instructions, and I've got what decals you didn't want.
Yes.
So we're still sharing models all these years later.
Well, that's good. I know brothers who don't share, and they're still fighting each other in their 60s.
Will we?
Oh my God! I didn't realize there's so many comments. So let me catch oh my God! Okay, so Deed is saying other cars on the station. He's got 2 Firebirds, Kit in Super Pursuit mode. I don't know what Super Pursuit mode is. Obviously from the series, but something changes. I don't know. I'm sorry. 4 versions of the Camaro as we would say here. Guess why? Haha. And 4 vehicles in Coca-Cola livery. Yes, very simple, says Joe. Fixing cars with like two spanners and a screwdriver. Yeah, everything's changed now. Hey.
Yeah, the Chinese cars, you can't fix them.
Well, did you know? So here's a fun fact: the on base near the F-35 precinct, you are not allowed to park any BYDs or the certain brands of cars. You are not allowed to have anywhere near them because they found out that the cameras can be remotely operated and turned on without the owner knowing.
What cameras are we talking about? Dashboard
They have cameras, yeah, the cameras on the mirrors looking back, and they've got dash cam and all that stuff. Yeah, so
Teslas have cameras everywhere. You know what I mean? And they do too.
Yeah, Tesla.
Okay, Deed's saying we'll be live in about 4 hours from now. There it is in Dutch. It's in Dutch, but great fun. Scale models for vets. Yeah, they're great people there, aren't they, Deeda? Almost forgot. He's got a T1 bus thingies, 2 of Niers and 2 of Moi. Oh yeah. Tiff is saying I love more car kits, but they're pretty expensive. The Tamiya car kits are wonderful.
And they are expensive.
Yeah, well, can be. I did, as you know, a Honda Fit.
I heard that new Jägermeister Porsche they got is supposed to be on the affordable side.
Paul built that one, the big one, back in the day.
Yeah.
1 to 12 scale?
I don't know. The big one.
I built the Martini Porsche.
That's the two common scales for me are 3: 24th, 20th, and 12th.
Yeah, those are the big ones. So Paul and I both built. He built a Ferrari Formula One car. I built a Renault RE20 turbo, and they were $20 each. Like they put the wrong tag on them. They're meant to be about $200 or at least $120. They put the wrong tag on it. So Dad picked us up from a shop and we need to buy this, and he just oh shit, and he just we bought them straight away. You remember that, Paul?
I do. I absolutely do. Every time I see the model, I remember. Shit, days for the days getting them for like $20.
$20 for a kit that size. It's wonderful. Same with bikes, says Tiff. I think you need a Land Rover, Tiff. Oh, I'll say that in a Welsh accent. No, I can't.
Yeah,
I think you need Land Rover, Tiff. It says
Land Rover.
Land Rover. Well, I didn't.
John,
You did not put them on yet, John. So no damage done. Well, yeah, well.
John, I think
Hello.
Tiffany made a. Let's see where you at in the comments. Let's see. Are you there yet? She offers to be the modders. Or no, I shouldn't say that. She suggests a modders.
Oh, David's saying, not putting an extra half hour in then. Well, we could, but Paul's got to work on it.
It took about 20 minutes for me to figure out my technical difficulties alone. So
yeah.
I really screwed the pooch on that one.
Oh, David's saying, oh, thanks, Mikey. I got a Firefighter Land Rover. Like your first one, says David. Not putting the extra half hour in like my first live stream. I could, but I think people would be bored. Tiff wants to do Land Rover. She doesn't know which one. I'll do the Victor John, says Mikey. It'll make Mr. Morris's year. Yeah, like the Victor. Yeah, like both that and the Herc have. I've got a lot of extra photo etch and stuff like that. I'm going to enjoy them and take my time, I think. But bench space is a premium at the moment, so that's my fault. I'm building too many things. I need to start my Victory, the wooden Victory as well. Ian saying, I'm with David, you've got to make up for the technical difficulties at the start. And Paul was late. Okay, we could go later if you two gentlemen are willing.
Oh, I got no problem with that, sure.
Do I need a modders? Yeah, it's probably a bit too late though. I'll have a look for a Land Rover and maybe get one when I'm paid. Hagrid said, you volunteering, Tiff? You really want to overdose on Uncle Oz? No, Dad, I was volunteering Mikey.
Oh, well then oh my God, we will, well, okay. It'll be boot camp.
Data's saying Super Pursuit Mode. Oh, it was a Season 4 mod that made the car go over 400 miles an hour and adapted to allow for the higher speeds. Funny enough, Kit also got a convertible mode that seems rather incompatible. Yeah. Oh. My granddad?
Grandland.
Is it? Grandland. Was it Grandland? As 360. Is it? Oh, that's a car. It's like that thing that's the thing we drove in the UK, Paul. Yeah, sure, it's a Vauxhall Grandland.
Oh, something.
Yep. Anyway, it has 360-degree cameras to aid with parking, automatic parking, but you can switch them on manually to look around the car as well. Duke's back. Hope you had fun. I'll watch from the start and catch up with all the frivolita. Tiff's been wanting one of those.
So the
Kits is in. Hi, glad I've managed to catch a bit of the stream. Bit busy here. And Mikey's saying, "Hey, I'm not that bad, Jim, right?"
Of course
Right.
not, Mikey. Nah, you're one big lovable bearded Welshman.
So you were saying other Uncle Ozzy?
What? Sorry?
I thought you were saying something.
Oh, I was. I got no idea what I was saying. I've lost it.
So I need to.
Camouflage looking great, John. That's it's really nice.
It's really glossy, you know.
Yeah.
I got to fix my lighting problem. So it's. I think I agree. I've got to admit, like it's coming up.
No, that's
I think it's nicer than I thought it could look.
You know that
Yeah?
is that supposed to be a plane in French military service?
No, it's RAF.
Okay, because
Yeah.
the colors and the way they're laid out looks very similar to how the French painted their aircraft, especially in the 30s and 40s. If you remember planes like the D1T 520
Duotine,
with those three colors, it looks very similar to that.
Yeah. So finishing
I mean,
off, this
in
was
the
an
style
Aussie
it's
flying a
laid
British
out, not so much the colors themselves.
aircraft. So June 1st, 1918 would prove a fateful day when he met a trio of Fokker DR-1s from Yasta 14 and was shot down by Lieutenant Johannes Werner. At the time, he was officially credited with 39 kills. Some sources claim 32, which would put him in second place among Aussie pilots. The standard camouflage scheme on the aircraft of 40 Squadron was complemented by the addition of chocolate brown, PC-12, and ochre yellow on the upper surfaces of the CO's plane. The serial number was partially covered as well as the roundels remained only on the wings.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. I agree. It is an interesting scheme, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it is.
I was leaning towards the other one because it looked more like the standard SE5A. But
but you know, there's so many that are like that. The reason I chose that one when you were asking for votes on it is because just what it is. It just comes out and grabs you.
Oh, yeah. No, I do agree with you.
And a flat coat definitely is necessary. I'm assuming those things are all fabric wrapped, right?
Yeah. So I've only got the gloss coat down because to help the decals sort of adhere. And as you can see, with the shine on there, they've sucked
Those
in rather
decals
well.
look
So
great. Those decals. I'll tell you what, Edward has always made good decals. The problem they were having for a while, and it looks like they fixed it, is the printing quality. Their colors were off, and they were a little pixelated too on certain models. That was kind of making the rounds in the modeling community about a year or two ago.
yeah, I've had no problems with Edward decals whatsoever. I think I'd build Edward all day if I had to. Wow,
you bloody do.
I sort of
do. Yeah, I like them. I think in some cases they can be a tad over-engineered.
Data's saying do 30 minutes extra. I've missed 1.5 hours of your shenanigans. Shenanigans must be
Where'd that word shenanigans come from? That sounds like an Irish family that lived on the
Yeah,
block from me.
I don't think it's Belgian. But yeah.
It's like, well, the shenanigans are having a picnic next Sunday.
That's one of the memes that I used to sort of put up on Facebook. Like when I used to deploy, we couldn't tell anybody where we were going. So Let me sort of just type this in.
You doing a word search for it?
No. Images. There we go.
Oh, come on. Glue, you bugger.
Yeah, so when I deploy on Facebook, because I couldn't say where I was going, I just put this one up. I am attending to the shenanigans. I shall return presently.
Well, you could do what FDR did when they asked him where the B-25s that attacked Tokyo were from. He said they came from Shangri-La.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, get that prop off before I break it. And yeah, Mikey's saying, no, Dieter, the Grandland X is the old style. Mine's a new style. It's only built last February.
Ooh.
Hi, Kieran says Ian. Dieter says,
Kieran.
well, that facelift Grandland then, Mikey. Facelift? Engine and gadgetry upgrade. Lol. And Joe's saying, I've had enough of you guys. Take care all. Dentist appointment. Need to brush up on my teeth.
I got an early dental appointment, Joe.
Right. And Pitskits are saying, hi, Ian. Hope all's well.
Yes, Paul's well.
Blew that one backwards. I did.
Right. So, look, what I could do, I think what I should do, instead of like spray painting this undercarriage green, is just stick it on and then paint it green. Because this is good paint anyway, so I'll just go ahead and do that. And then it'll be one step closer. So I'm going to stick around for an extra half hour. If you want to bail, please feel free.
No, I'm fine with that. That's okay with me. I'm gonna step away for a moment. I'm gonna start another pot of coffee.
Sure.
One pot isn't enough for me.
So okay. So the pot of coffee, Folgers. What's your go-to brand?
I'll be right back. When I start the coffee, I'll bring the bag of coffee. I'm a whole bean guy.
Oh.
Be right back.
28.29. Yeah. So yeah, when we got the train model here.
Now that he's gone, we should hide, and he can come back, and we can hide.
Yeah. Did you want to pretend we can't hear his microphone again?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that sounds good. What do you think we should put on American accents and like piss off the other half of the planet?
I think he'd notice.
Oh, yeah, he might notice that. Yeah. Oh, judging by his image, I think he's listening. Oh, Hagrid's done a bit of Googling. Shenanigans actually Californian slang, and it means, in this case, mischievous and pranking activita. Shenanigans, a word frequently applied to the Irish, where their established love of the high spirit and artful ploy, and in fact may well have come from the ancient Irish word shenoch, meaning fox. I don't know how you'd say that in Gaelic.
Yeah, with a lot of phlegm.
Matthew Mook is saying grey.
G'day.
The bearded veteran is saying, ooh, the Lehman Hall, my info is better than your info game has started again, lol. Oh, the Lehman Hall, my info is better than your info game. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, my Googling can beat up your Googling. Always a good way to go. Oh, speaking of which, I was listening to Desert Moon earlier today, Mr. Marley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's not on Apple Music, so I can only find the actual song. I want to hear the album. I don't think I've got a copy of it.
Well,
but you're not able to burn me a copy anymore. No one has CDs anymore.
No, that's right. And on the same take, no one knows what we're talking about. Dennis DeYoung. So basically, I was listening to Back to the World the other day because I grabbed from Mum and Dad's CD player.
Oh, did you? Oh, your little square thing, yeah.
Yeah, so I can now play CDs. So that's sitting here, and I was working the other day here, listening to that album. I haven't heard it for probably 5 years because it's not on Apple Music. And I lost my last CD player when I sold my last car.
So which album is Don't Wait for Heroes on?
Desert Moon.
Desert Moon, okay. Yeah, again, we're talking gibberish to everybody else, but it's Dennis DeYoung, the lead singer, was the lead singer of Styx, a band from Chicago. Big in America, not in Australia. Should be. The guys are saying Mr. Roboto, which I think is, well, he did a post today. He hit for 40. He's not
40
saying
years
40
since
years.
Mr.
He's saying 40 million views. Julian saying suggestions include Spanish shenada, a shortened form of charada. Oh God, you're doing this to piss me off, eh? Charanada, trick or deceit, or less likely a German. Oh, read it yourself, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you, Julian. Spot on, Hagrid. That was not spot on. That was a big, hairy mess, Julian. Oh, okay, here's a bag of coffee.
Okay, that's it.
It's enough vanilla.
Zavita.
Yeah.
Zavita? Hazelnut vanilla.
Yeah, it's whole bean coffee. I got a little coffee grinder. Now, when I say a pot of coffee, it's not like it's a 2-cup coffee maker.
Right.
Yeah, as in, okay, so it's like a percolator,
So
a drip feed?
it's like 24, not 24, 30, 16 ounces, no, 8 ounces a cup. It's roughly 16 or 24 ounces of coffee in one pot. I don't know what that works out to in milliliters.
It's a metric shit ton. And Hagrid saying, Paul, sorry to point out, but your computer is a bloody big CD player. Actually, they don't have CD slots anymore.
No, my computer is a Mac, and it doesn't have an optical drive.
No, the optics are not good in it. Works like a real treat though. But no, I mean, yeah. So we were talking about Styx, a band from Chicago, while you were away, Jim.
Yes. Yeah, Styx. They had their heyday in the late '70s and early '80s.
Yeah.
And they had some big hits. Lorelei.
That's the one.
Very good.
Oh man, there was a couple more. I can't recall now because it's been a long, long time.
Well, the big ones is Too
Much Time on My Hands.
Right, there you go. Thank
Blood
you.
on the River.
Yep.
Mr. Roboto.
Mr.
Lady.
Lady, that's a good one. Babe.
Babe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bloody
Be right back.
wonderful
Gotta plug my
stuff.
cell phone in. It's running down low on battery.
John's saying, well, John, if you like, I could hit you with the African place names I mentioned on Mikey's stream a few weeks ago. I'd rather you didn't, Julian.
Julian, you're evil.
No, Julian, don't get up. Tiff is saying it's about 500 mils.
500 mils. Okay. All right.
It's half a litre. In Dutch, we say Gekon Kelfos. Pronounced guacamole. Oh, I don't bloody know. Serves you right for getting a Mac then, Paul.
Oh, piss off.
No, I my sister uses Macintosh and she swears by it. She loves them. Been using them for decades.
And oh God, here we go again. Or Gushumul.
Gushumul.
Also, so the JOE, apparently Joe, Joe should be called Shoe. I'm gonna say, next time I speak to my friend Joe, hey Shoe, you could look at me and say you're an idiot. Involves criminal deception or financial embellishment.
Yes. Well, then there's also, when I was a kid growing up, the stuff my parents did, the catchphrases that adults would throw at us was, and it's funny because I hear it all the time with some British folks nowadays, is the word cross. Don't make me cross.
Oh yeah.
Don't make me cross. But then we also heard, I've had enough of your shenanigans, your chicanery, your monkey shines, your tomfoolery. Stop it, or you'll go to bed without your dinner.
Right.
So that was I heard from.
After you saying all that, Jim, I feel like I'm in trouble.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You saying all that, I feel like I'm in trouble.
Duke's gone up in my esteem.
You've gone up in my estimation. Well done. He's heard of Styx. My God.
Yeah.
Others haven't heard of Styx.
I wore out my tape of Styx.
Fantastic band. They really are. They if you people in the UK Haven't got into them? Get into them. Look up Styx Greatest Hits. You can't not enjoy it. It's just jolly good music.
Good shit.
Now, let me ask you this: the word "jolly" is that meant to represent large, like big, like real good, jolly good, real good, or?
Sure. Yeah.
No, I don't need that answer, John. You said that last week when Mikey was saying leaves are grass, and you just said sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. Oh my God! Everyone's okay.
Well, you can say it, you just can't sing it. You can
No, I
say
can't.
all the lyrics you
I
want.
can't say any of what people are posting these days. Like, nicely pronounced, John, spot on. And Julian saying, "You, John." Oh, God.
Oh, dude.
Well, DD is just D. Dim,
You, John.
no, I'm not even going to embarrass myself.
I don't know.
I just have to study it more, and I'll learn a little bit here and there.
And then to finish it off, he says,
Yes, those crafty guys are speaking in their native tongue.
"Madness." Oh, a place in New Zealand. You're welcome. Yeah.
Woohoo! Say that 5 times fast.
Lol Mikey, lol Mikey, lol Mikey, lol Mikey, lol Mikey. How's that?
Very good. Do. Okay, I'm going to work out how to do this. Do.
Underground, hey?
Part of the underground movement.
Well, have you been playing Mario lately or anything? What brings that into your head?
Oh, because I've been playing Mario.
Which one? I'm going up the home stretch of Assassin's Creed Origins, or the Egyptian one. I don't have too much left. I think just the final. Oh, pictures of eagles.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Look.
Okay, so that's got canopies bronze.
Hagrid saying Oshita tongue twisters. Oh, you're not wrong. I am struggling with these.
Canopies
Julian's
bronze.
note to self. Press enter. Lol, Mikey was supposed to be a different message. And Bearded Veteran Creates comes back with what that says is John doesn't speak like speaking Welsh either. Oh, I'd like it. I just can't do it.
Well, neither can the Welsh.
Well. I guffawed then. That's the closest I got to speaking Welsh all evening.
One language that's just as weird as Welsh is Maltese. My lovely partner is Maltese, and every now and then she comes up with some Maltese, and it's like, dude, that is just you're just making that up. That's not even a language.
Is it based in Arabic?
It's a good point. So Malta's in the middle of the Mediterranean. You're probably aware of that. So the language is influenced by Italian, North African, and Arabic.
Yeah,
Because
it
it was
sounds like it would be
invaded by
considering
them.
where it's located. Yeah.
Yeah, invaded by all sorts of people. But yeah, it's a real casserole. It's a real mixing pot of just different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you can just make up some stuff and go, oh my God, that's Maltese.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Because I'm sure that's how a lot of languages came about, or some did.
Yeah. So. Oh, sorry. To look up again. Oh no.
So yeah, so the canopy is
Yeah, so let me zoom on you.
no, it's okay. You get the point. So the canopy is
Oh, it's that scene from Top Gun.
dark bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a clue. It doesn't mention
So
that.
when we got our Hornets, they were, the canopy frames were that color as well. They very quickly changed. It's like a composite seal, rubber seal. So they became grey over time. But
Oh,
because
it's
this
like
is
it's the color of Viton.
yeah, it's a pressurization seal.
Yeah, right. Oh, I did not know that.
The Eagles are coming. Nope, there they are. That's a look at you. You can't have a bad photo of an eagle, can you?
It's God, just gorgeous.
Nice airplane. Very, very nice.
Julian's saying this one's easier, John. It's a lake in Massachusetts. Oh God.
Lake Winnipesaukee?
Oh well, that's not going to attempt that one. On the shores of Gitchigumi. Oh, you're all going baka baka now. Whatever. Jim is learning to swear in Welsh. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to teach him, but I look forward to hearing him using it.
Well, someone posted in Discord some words in Welsh, and one of them is lembo, which I believe is stupid. Lembo. I could be wrong about that. Mikey or Julian, you can correct me on that, of course. But that's an easy enough word to remember.
So Julian, as an inner monologue, said,
thinks Mikey is glad he's not reading out these linguistic landmines.
And Ian says, pretty certain I had heard of Styx in Oz long before living in the States, but I did frequent a lot of second-hand LP and CD shops in my youth, so I probably saw one of their albums there. Yeah, probably did.
Yeah,
That's bangers.
Yeah, they've been around a while, Ian. Are they still recording it anymore, John?
Yeah, they're still making albums and they're still touring.
Yeah, so Tommy Shaw is lead singer now. All the original bands together. The drummer had died, but yeah, they haven't played with Dennis Young for 30 years.
40.
40.
If Mr. Roboto is 40 years old.
Well, it's not. He's saying 40 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's basically
Mr. Roboto goes back to the 80s, and that would be 40 years now.
That was 83.
Yeah, that was 42 years.
Julian saying, not guilty, Mike. Funny how many people in English, even when it's not their native language, or learn English? I learned the word for cake in Welsh. I had to hold myself from laughing as it sounds like a certain Welsh, West Flemish pronunciation for something that comes after you eat the cake. Welsh cakes are bloody wonderful, though. And Julian says he does have some Styx in his music collection. Oh, this is take a bow. Everyone is a Styx fan here. Love
well
it.
Well done, everyone.
And
Here's
Jim's
a
saying,
fun
don't take
fact,
this wrong
John.
way, John and Paul, but babe, I love you.
I love you. Here's a fun fact, John, that you may not know. One of the current people in Styx is Ricky Phillips.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Do you know who his sister is?
No, I don't.
From Wilson Phillips?
No. His sister is Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, really? Of Star Wars fame?
Of Star Wars. Just a fun fact.
So I watched the new 3 episodes of Andor had been released today, and so I watched. I think 13 minutes left of the first of the 3. But oh my god, what a cracker of a series that is! It has all the suspense of, I think, a BBC spy drama. With the Star Wars sort of aesthetic. I love it.
Huh, interesting.
I'm thinking this model needs to be thrown out.
Sorry, Paul. I wasn't laughing at your. Oh, by the way, John, you have Paul on the big screen.
Just so you know. Thank you.
Yeah. No.
No. Ian's saying they had a distinctive paintings on their album covers, right? Yeah, all their album covers are bloody wonderful.
Wonderful.
Grab a couple of them now, but it doesn't matter. You can Google it. Julian saying, sorry, I stuffed up, John. I meant sports people swear in English, even if it's not their native language. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you watch Dashcams Australia, all these people are talking in different languages, and you hear, what the fuck?
That's the
saying,
thing.
sorry to burst your bubble, John. I don't like the sticks, or however you spell it.
The
sticks. Also, Paul's a big fan. Okay, yeah, thank you, Modders. God, she's good at this, isn't she? I can't sleep one by her. And Duke says, yes, that's the one I have. Oh, no. Mikey's saying the literal translation of the Welsh insult Siani, pronounced Shani. Okay, Shani is female genitals. My sister was really not happy when I pointed out that her name is Shan.
Can't see why not.
Yeah. Well, that's your full name, Paul, isn't it? Yeah, Paul Joynal.
Well, that could be like a guy named Richard, and his nick, and everyone insists on calling him Dick.
Yeah.
Sorry, just Richard. That's fine.
People have called her Shani for years, not realising. Oh well, that's all right. Okay, 12 minutes to go. I'll get this trapeze on. I think this undercarriage. What could possibly go wrong? Just got to make sure it's the right way around.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, make sure it's the right way around before securing.
Is this the way to Desert Moon? Was all she said.
But I knew I'd heard that stranger's voice before.
That's that.
Such a good song, though, wasn't it?
He's a genius for songwriting.
So yeah, like I haven't heard. Like what I woke up this morning with "Boys Will Be Boys" in my head, but I haven't heard of it. Yonks.
Boys Will Be Boys. Never heard of it.
Again, it's Dennis DeYoung.
Ah.
Bow, bow.
Well, you got the drop on me on that. I know of Styx. I know a lot of their music from radio play, but as far as like albums or concerts or anything, I never did one or the other. Never bought a record. Never attended a concert.
Oh, that's fine.
That's like me and U2. I've heard of them. Never listened to them.
Yeah, it's funny how you've never liked them, eh? I mean, I used to tolerate them. Now I love them. That's some really good stuff.
What's that?
U2.
Oh, okay.
I just pointed out, U2 is like, to me, it's like one of those bands that happened to everybody else. Never happened to me. I just don't give a shit about them.
I'm with you, Paul. I'm with you, and I've taken a lot of slings and arrows in my community of friends on account of it. It's like, what? You don't get it? I'm like, yeah, sorry, man. Just doesn't catch on with me.
Well, to each your own.
Exactly.
Julian says, reminds me of watching a cricket match. One female Aussie batter was knocked out, and you could clearly lip read.
Okay. Well, I guess that would be the standard phrase, or whatever comes to mind when you react to pain.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that what Dutton said last weekend, John?
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, we can get political here, can't we?
It's your channel, John. Run the show.
Better up, Jim.
Not me, baby.
So Hagrid saying, my name is Germanic and translates as People's Army. Say it in English and everyone wonders if I'm not a Chinese in disguise. I wonder why. And Mikey said, John, never ever go on a live stream again and say, I woke up this morning, had a boys will be boys in my head. It sounds so wrong. You'll never know. It's only kinky the first time, Mikey. You can get political. You can also lose your channel. Your choice. Julian says, no, not pain, Jim. Knocked out in the sense of was beaten. Yeah, I didn't want to correct him, but yeah, we got that. Okay, so I need... Which side does which wheel go on? Don't want on that side. Boys will be boys. Oh God, there we go again.
You're not allowed to sing, John.
No. Not well.
Well, I don't sing well, and I don't sing.
And here's me going do 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 do.
Yeah, but the most thing I'll do is the Batman theme, and that's it. I mean the old television theme, not one of the films.
Yeah. I do like.
These canopies are going to take a bit of work. They have a massive seam, massive.
Oh, what, down the center line?
Yeah, you can probably see it.
Oh yeah, you can polish that out.
Yeah, I have successfully done that with my last model. What was my last model? F14, I think.
Yes, your F14 Tomcat, yeah.
I upgraded to a 15. But yeah, it's the first time I've polished a canopy, Jim. And I was very reluctant. I was thinking, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work. It's like, oh my God, it worked beautifully.
Yeah, well, I hear you, Paul. I had to do that on a model recently. Mine came out a little bit rough, but I'm going to have to do it on my Tamiya F14. I've got the same thing, that seam down the middle.
Yeah, so the trick is, in my case, I bought these standing sticks, and I thought, oh, that's the net. So, like, there's a 4,000. Here we go, 6,000.
Yeah, you've
So
got
I
to
bought
go.
these standing sticks for that.
Yeah, way high. Yeah.
But I saw that what the trick is to use water.
Yes.
And,
son of a bitch.
Just like lubricated. Lube and
Right.
subscribe.
Yeah. Leave and subscribe. Let's see. David saying
Son of a bitch.
the undercard is what I'm fitting to the Albatross at the moment. Oh, yeah, fair enough. I think, yeah, the Albatross is a little bit hard to fit. This one had nice sort of recesses, and I couldn't sort of get it wrong. The Albatross, I think, is a little bit more. Vaguely goes here. Maybe I don't know which kit you're doing, but no, let's come up.
Albatross.
That's straight. Albatross.
Oh,
Duke is saying Paradise Theater.
yeah, that's another record.
Good on you, Duke.
Oh wow, bloody good album, that. Dita, I woke up with Motley Crue and went off on Girls, Girls, Girls. Yeah, fair enough. I have got into them. Motley Crue, not girls. Lol. Julian's saying, that's okay, Paul. What John does isn't singing. Yes, well, thank you. Thank you very much, Julian. Jim,
only
you
here
mean
for me,
you don't
Paul.
sing Fame whilst doing spandex-clad Mr. Motivator lunges every morning?
He's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Right, that's why it's not fitting. I see.
Julian says, God, Mikey, I have nightmares again. I've just heard Jim swear twice, says Mikey.
Yes.
Dita,
sorry about
Bumblebee,
that, folks.
stop lubricating the man.
Sorry
You know,
about that,
Jim
folks.
is
I-
getting serious
I'm,
when you can hear him muttering "son of a bitch" under his breath repeatedly.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Well, zoom in on you, Jim. What are you son of a bitching about?
I'm trying to fast secure this one of the figures to this tank turret, and little bastard keeps slipping.
Huh.
There we go. I got it right. I just got to find a place I can put this doggone thing down without it falling out of there. But this is it. It's a turret off a Puma, the
Oh yeah.
German armored car. I built a Dragon kit years ago. I finally put these figures in now to put in the turret and finally finish off the model after I don't know how many years of telling myself I would. So I'm trying to get them set in place. and one of the little Deutschers keeps slipping away. So, but I'll hold it right here until it sets. But you can take me off big camera now.
Yeah, well,
Thank
we're
you.
about to finish the stream, so
Oh, you're
that'll
right,
be
yeah,
hey,
4
what have you
minutes,
been
yeah.
working on, Jim? And so that'll do for your bit.
Okay, I've been doing this, working on this turret, and I've been working on the engine block for the TACM 250. Just putting some weathering fluids on there and doing some dry brushing, and same with the radiator shroud. So that's what I've been doing really for the 2 hours we've been chatting so enjoyably, as General Jack D. Ripper said.
Yeah, it has been jolly. Mr. Marley, the other Marley, what have you been
The other
doing?
Marley. Right. Well, everyone knows what I've been doing, so I've been on the big screen. So I have successfully put on the back end of this, all the pointy bits, which is a big deal for me because, like I've modelled, and I'm trying to currently fit the canopy. And it's taking a bit of work, but it's going to be tamed. It's nearly there. It fits quite nicely, actually.
Yeah, looks good. Looks very good. Was it easy to
Very
line up
eagle
the
one.
vertical fins?
It wasn't difficult.
Okay.
So
that's good.
basically, I'll say back here, it's really pointy.
Yeah.
I have to line that up, and here, really thin and really pointy. But so it tells you basically you just align that,
Right.
and then just hold it in place. Basically, because they were very sloppy. They were moving like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Was there a lot of play to it? But apparently there was, huh?
There was a lot of play, but I didn't have to hold them for too long because they sit so nicely.
Yeah.
There's not much of a seam there. They sit very
Yeah.
nicely, so it took to the glue very well.
Yeah.
It's nice plastic too, the Husqvarna stuff.
Yes, possibly.
All
Well,
right, so
I've heard both. I've heard, particularly in their stuff from the '90s, it can be a little brittle, but it's still
Yeah, I
easy to
find it
work
very
with.
brittle. I'm kind of used to Tamiya. It's harder. It's a harder plastic than Tamiya. And I won't say I'm not enjoying the kit. I am enjoying the kit.
and as you've been watching, I've been working on the little. It's quite small compared to the same scale as the Eagle you're doing.
I think you need
It's
to go to your
significantly
overhead
smaller.
camera, John. That's just a shadow.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I have what do I call it? One of those ring light things, but it doesn't work because the USB port doesn't work on this Chromebook anymore. I should have bought an iMac. So I'll go to the other camera. Right. So yeah. So rudder still needs to go on. It's dirkled and everything else. I just literally need to put that on there. But yeah. So there's not many decals. There's basically one on each side of the vertical stab, 2 on the rudder, 2 on the upper wing, 2 on the lower wing. That's it. So the undercarriage is on. I need to make sure that glue's straight. It's going to sit rather well. And as I said earlier, the prop it's a resin prop. It's painted to look like wood, and then I've got the center boss in aluminium all ready to go. So probably give it
Nice.
another bit of a
Looks
streak
great.
in that. But
It
it's
really does.
looking
I like the propeller.
it's looking like a biplane.
Yeah, propeller looks very good.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
again,
Very nice.
loving the kit as I always do. These Eduard biplanes are fantastic. So, sorry, let me
Well,
change the camera again.
Thank you for the invitation. You've made me sit down and model,
Yeah, sorry about that.
but I can do that
Yeah.
when I'm in Melbourne.
Well, thank you for the invitation too, and I'm glad it worked out where we're able to get together and kindle
Yeah.
for a couple of hours.
Yeah. So this at the moment, this isn't going to be a typical thing on this time, this weeknight or whatever. Because what I realised, when I moved it from Tuesday, so I didn't conflict with Mikey, was by moving to Wednesday at this time, I was conflicting with Models for Heroes. So it's just like, oh my bloody god. So I think I've annoyed our friend Steph. We'll see what happens there.
I have some scouts to look after at 9 p.m.
Yeah, so this is not going to be this time, Jim, but thank you for joining. It's been,
Oh,
I
it's a
think it's
pleasure.
been
Thanks for,
quite jolly. I
thanks for
think
the
I've
invite.
very much enjoyed the conversation with the usual suspects and everything else, and it's I've got some work done as well. It's been good.
Yes, thanks everyone for tuning in. It was great to see
Thank you.
everyone's names in the comments, and again, John, thank you. Paul, a pleasure.
Jim, great to spend some time with you, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, feelings mutual, and I'll continue to indulge myself in my Tim Tam.
Yeah, so you've had 3 of them in the US. I think, that's what 3 servings you've had. No, I think. Yeah,
Well,
they
wait a
reckon
minute,
on the
let me
back
count.
of the pack that one
1,
biscuit
2,
is
3,
1
4,
serving.
5, 6,
That's
7,
not the.
8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 in a pack. I don't know why they chose 11. 11's louder, you know?
Yeah.
Like they said in Spinal Tap. But I have no idea. It's 11 in a pack. Is that standard in Australia?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, we have double coat Tim Tams where they have double the chocolate on the outside. I think you get 1 less than them because they're fatter. But they all pretty much have the same amount. But yeah, Tim Tam's Tim Tam. We don't have shares in them, but they are meant to be an Australian icon. They literally give them out on Qantas flights and stuff.
I
So
think they're
you
great.
get 1
They're
each.
awesome. I love them. I love them too much. That's why I'm only going to have those 3.
My last Qantas flight, I got mint chocolate.
Lint.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That was one of the choices on the shelf yesterday for me. Was a mint chocolate.
I flew 2 legs and all 4 flights, mint chocolate.
Oh.
No Tim Tams. It's a takeover.
Don't know whether to laugh or cry. But yeah, thank you everyone for. There we go. So David's saying he really enjoyed the stream, both informative and funny. Well, thank you.
Good on
And
you,
you're always
David.
welcome back, of course.
Thank you, David.
As I say, I haven't
Pleasure.
worked out exactly when this is going to be, whether it's going to be a regular thing or whatever. But I thought, let's do it. I should do more of it. And I've literally got a pile of models over there that I need to do the reviews and post build and this is what I enjoyed and all that stuff like that. I've been lazy. That's what it comes down to. But I'll get some more content up. But it's been fun. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. And we'll talk to everyone later on. Hooroo.
Thank you, folks.
Excellent.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers.